And we are back with a little bit more. Boop, boop, boop. I said boop, boop. There we go. Rebuild with new Wantachi. So, we had just fully signed in our, created a government fully. And now we are supposed to contact the other factions and try and make... Oh my god, excuse me, hiccuped there a little bit. Make peace with them. Now, that's going to require us to find them. Another thing I'm focusing on doing is expanding out our territory so that we can get the, so we can have more farms. Because we're not producing food as fast as we could be. So I'm actually gonna send some scouts out to here. And to here. Hang on. So I'm gonna reclaim this territory here, that, and then these two. And see if I need to keep going after that point. So let's scout out all of these areas to find threats that we can eliminate. And send builders to reclaim this. And reclaim this. And in the meantime, I'm going to personally start going out looking for the other factions within the city. Alright. So, doop. Yeah, they all finished their scouting. They can go and rest. And that we're going to start sending our fighters out to protect the city. We always send our weakest out first, so that they can get training up. Let's just close all this. Alright, so that's everything that's going to surround our current and soon to be our territory. I'll go out a little further. Let's search through here. No one. Scout that. Most of the zombie threats are getting taken out easily. Alright. Next. There we go. The Luddies. We ran into a group of hillbilly farmers today who called themselves the Luddies. They seemed friendly enough, if a little fond of their tinfoil hats. They said they had to make sure we weren't government spies or something called reptilian before they would talk to us. Once we convinced them that we were an okay sort of people, they were happy to chat. They let us know where to find their farm and if we ever wanted to trade some food. So there we go. I'm now going to personally start going out and interacting with the Luddies and try and build relations with them. Meanwhile, our fighters are going to keep up their defense of our walls. These two can go and rest. You go help with this building, and you help with this building. And you're actually... Scratch that. I want you to turn this into a... Actually, turn this workshop into a farm. And I want you to turn this workshop into a farm. Or this, field into a farm. That's what I meant. Make sure we got plenty of farmland to keep our people fed. Meanwhile, let's have these guys slip off to the hospital and scavenge for supplies. King Owen Ludd greeted me at the gate and took me on a tour of the organic greenhouse. The English cucumbers, bell peppers, and tomatillos made my mouth water. Less appetizing were the ponds filled with duckweed, which Ludd told me is quite nutritious and tastes kind of like spinach or watercress, and mud. The other Luddies tipped their straw hats to us as we passed. The Luddies scout rushed in while we were speaking. In a hurried whisper, he reported that it happened again, this time at the pig farm. Ludd sent him away. He explained that one of the scouts kept getting into trouble and seems to be trapped at the pig farm. He thinks this is an opportunity to prove ourselves and earn a reward. If we can rescue the guy, the Luddies will give us 5 materials. We're on it. I was treated to that guy, the guy Lud's rambling theories, when I met with the Luddies today. He thinks the Center for Disease Control created zombieism, has some kind of weapon in the US secret Cold War against China. He also says the CDC scientist named Agabani used to live right here in New Wentachi. I remember hearing about that guy on the news a few weeks before the disease got here. He was wanted by the federal police, and they offered a reward for his location. It's too late for that reward, but this scientist might know about a cure, or at least have some answers. Encourage him to keep talking. Lud leaned in close, his eyes bulging. Zombieism was an inside job, man. You know how I know they created it? Because Atlanta was hit first. That's the CDC headquarters. He figures they created the disease to launch against China, who we all know was breeding smallpox. Dr. Abiagni, his team was adapting it to a mind control virus that would make people docile and complacent. He set it loose, and that's why the feds were after him. They were going to put it in the water, man. Turn us on to zombies. Ask the kid Rufus over at St. Michael's. Abagani was his dad. Alright. So they want us to kill some things down there. We can do that. In the meantime, I'm going to initiate trade. And let's send, hang on. Let's have a few of our weaker soldiers fight to defend our walls. Oh yeah, now we've got more than enough arms. That's nice. You guys can rest here. You help build this farm. And, hang on. Yeah, let's send some of our, or hang on, let's, one more guy up here to fight the zombies back, that are there with him. And then, hang on, no, let's start with our strongest. Hang on, let's see if we can get away with trading out our strongest for this guy. Yeah! Let our weaker ones get more training in. Alright. See, I'm going to interact more with them over here. Oh, we got a golf club. Who went scavenging? Who wants a golf club? Here you go, buddy. Golf club. St. Michael's School for Boys. You know how urban schools have those solid iron wrought fences for keeping students in? Seems they're also good at keeping Zeds out. We just got word that St. Michael's School for Boys is still holding out against the hordes. Having sturdy gates, tight passages, and some of the wiliest kids this side of the Rocky Mountains has helped keep the school zombie-free. Not sure what happened to all the teachers, though. Sounds like only the kids are left. We can try asking the boy about it if we send someone to trade. What do the Luddies need? We're nearly out of ammunition, offered one of the caravan workers. We had a whole shipment coming in from another town, but they never showed. Probably out there somewhere picked over by scavvers. I bet the boss would pay nearly double for it. If Lud overheard, he didn't say anything. Ooh, a science book. That'll be a good thing. We don't need the materials we once needed, but more medicine, never not a good thing. We've got plenty of food coming in, so let's pay for it all with food. Give him a little bit of a good deal, too. Sometimes you've got to take one for the team, and this is one of those times. I know we could have gotten a better deal from the Luds, but them liking us is more important right now. The last thing we need is to be fighting both the Zed and them. Do we know where the School for Boys is yet? No, not yet. Okay. And I guess I'll go trade with him real fast. Alright, you guys can get some rest after finishing all of that. Hang on. You go kill these. You go kill these. And you go kill these. Yeah, alright. I was summoned to meet with Ludd this week at the Luddy's fort. The mood was tense. They're offended that we officially formed a new government for a new Wenchachi without consulting them first. Ludd warned that they're taking our recent political actions as aggressive move against them. We have no intentions to live under your new laws, he told me. And if you continue to lay false claims to the city, we may be forced to go to war. Go to hell, asshole. We made Ludd spitting mad, as intended. It sure made me and the rest of the fort feel good. Feel good though. We didn't need those guys. God, stumbling on my words. Alright, and let's see what Gustav is offering. We don't really need the binoculars. We don't need any of that. Let's give our guy the science book, though. Alright. You go take care of these. You go take care of these. You go take care of these. Alright. And I'm gonna... well, let's not meet with them yet while we're still working on that other thing. Well, I'm gonna just start crafting a little bit of ammo for our guys while we wait. Alright. Hospitals, prisons, government buildings, fancy condos, and rural homes often have gas or diesel power generators for backup power. We don't have enough to provide electricity to every home, but we've set up a system for to power our workshops and other essential buildings during the hours we need them. Now let's research survivor management. Nope. Alright, you go do that. You do that. You do that. And you go get some rest. Alright. That's all. Scavengers. Oh, we have the builders chilling there with them too. Let's actually separate the builders into their own separate relaxing place. That way we can more easily access the different jobs. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Let's have them scavenge there, see if they can find anything good. Ooh, a case of bad air. Rufus says one of his people has come down with a bad case of chickenpox. Diseases like this should have been eradicated long ago using vaccines, but some people refuse to get their shots for superstitious reasons. We could have eradicated chickenpox. Instead, now it's coming back to hurt the next generation. Rufus is asking if we have medicine to spare. Let's just give him 5 medicine. Alright, no, let's offer to treat him. Rufus got really defensive when I suggested our people might be able to help. He seems to think we don't believe him, and says their doctors are perfectly capable of treating patients without our help. I guess we either give him medicine or we don't. Alright, here you go. St. Michael's are a little stronger now. Whether they actually need the medicine or not, I hope Rufus remembers where he got it from. Alright, do we have any areas that need defending? Yes, we do. You go clean out the mall. You guys can rest. Yeah, I'm still crafting ammo for us. Our scavengers are still digging through. We're still getting that mission done. Alright, next day. We were summoned to meet Rufus this week at St. Michael's Fort. He was disappointed that we didn't speak to them before deciding on our new government. We didn't know you! We are different people with different values, he said. But I think we could find a way to become allies and share the government of New Winter. Yeah, I think he was more polite. We'll apologize. Rufus seemed surprised that we would apologize. He thanked me and hoped our people can work together. He suggested we come by and meet him sometime. Uh-oh. Rescued survivor. It's worse than we'd expected. The Luddy's missing scout had been captured by bandits. We listened for long enough to learn that they're holding him for ransom and expect the Luddies to pay like they always do. One of the bandits is teasing their prisoner with a gigantic knife, saying he's going to slice off a finger and send with the ransom note this time. We'll pay the ransom. We have enough food. Here you go. The bandits walked off chuckling and pawing through the sacks of food we gave them. Damn opportunists, probably not the last we'll see of them. The prisoner couldn't explain why he keeps getting into trouble like this. He said he'd meet us back at the Luddy's base. Oop. You'd figure we'd know everything about the other survivors here, since we have to trust each other with our lives every day. But people are more withdrawn these days. It's a way to avoid pain. If you don't have friends, you'll never have to watch your friends die. Enter human resources. We're training our leaders to act as counselors and keep tabs on who is happy about what and with whom. Talking to survivors regularly can help discover their hidden talents. So this is a fantastic new ability to have. I'm gonna go and talk with the Luddies. And let's get our fighters together and take our weakest fighters. No, come on. Our weakest fighters first. Send them to defend. Let's send our guys out scavenging again. Scavenge here. Let's have our researcher do research into signposting. And now we can talk to every single settler aside from ourselves because we're the leader and unlock secret intel. Oh, actually, we're not good enough friends with Billiam yet, huh? So, Asher Killian. I had a chance to talk with Asher Killian over a drink today. He said, So what odds would you give us surviving until tomorrow? I mean that seriously. I have a bet with one of the guys in Gustav's caravan. True, I have to be the only one to survive to collect the bet, but if everything falls into place, the payment... Excuse me. The payout is going to be great. That's the stupidest bet I've ever heard. Or ever heard of. I may, Alright, that's a stupid... Oh no, this is still him talking. That's the stupidest bet you've ever heard of? I've made far stupider ones. But what's life without risk, eh? So, I can give him any one of the three, but I always like to give them the one that makes the most sense. So, Friend of Gustav. Asher Killian earned this perk, Friend of Gustav, increasing sway with Gustav and the traders. Done. Oh, we're actually friendly enough with him to get more. I was known as something of a card shark back in the day, though I preferred to think of myself as a card dolphin, slipping through the heady waters of the gambling tables unseen, ambushing the sharks and preying on the fish they found there. Hold on. Not that I... Hang on. Not that I wouldn't stop to eat a fish or two myself from time to time. A dolphin needs to keep its strength after all. Let's give him ninja. That sounds like a ninja trait. No penalty for how far away a mission is, so we can send him far off. I had a chance to talk with Connor Higgins over a drink today. Hail, good morrow, sire! I've slain many a foul beast in the service of the noble lords and ladies. Please consider me your loyal knight, errant vassal, until which time the foul undead scourge hath been vanquished. Let's make him eccentric. Makes both friends and enemies more easily. Which, I believe we can actually now... Yeah, we can see who they're friends with. So, for example, I'm good friends with Kevin, a friend with Asher, and a friend with Lewis. There aren't enough places to get stiff drink. We have one bar. That's enough. Yeah. So, having people work with their friends is good, but having them work with their enemies is bad. I don't really pay too much attention to it. I don't feel the need to micromanage often, but it's a cool mechanic. I had a chance to talk with Corporal McKinney. How are you doing today? I meant that seriously. How are you? Are you eating okay? What's your stool like? Sorry. I just get worried about the people around me. Do you know stress is the #1 killer in modern society? Alright, fair enough. Those stats are a little old. I can concede that dying from Z is probably more common nowadays. But second, okay? Yes, then starvation. But all of that can lead to stress. He sounds like a first aid training kind of guy. Alright, Daniel. I'm getting closer with Daniel Mayer Northway. Today he told me, "Yes, how can I help you, master? My speech? I'm terribly sorry. I just happen to have a bit of a lisp. Nothing to worry yourself about, or yourself over. What did I do before the end of the world? Spent a bit of time underground, doing some surveillance work for a mining firm. Nothing special. You gonna take a sip of coffee? Let's make them a hoarder. Extra building material while scavenging. I mean, yeah, he is a scavenger. Yeah, I think that'll be a good one to have. Dr. Manning opened up to me today. He told me, You're one of them, aren't you? You're not? Really? Well, that's simplifies things. Have a good day. Definitely eccentric. What's been affecting his mood? He's upset about... Oh, he's upset that the skilled get better homes than him. He misses the pitter-patter of children's feet. We'll have kids eventually. Hang on a second. I'm still the only woman in the settlement. Holy shit. That's bananas. I'm getting closer to Eric Swift today. He told me, Me? I come from a long line of haberdashers. We specialized in the finest head accoutrements for the discerning lady and gentleman. Our store in High Street had been there for almost 100 years. Okay, it's now a little more than large hatless hole in the ground, but back when it was there, it had class. Let's give him melee training so he can be better with his whip. Okay. General, Balius. Hello, my child. Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, former lead singer of the Clockwork Cabinet, the most avant-garde 19th century themed jazz band. You have not heard of me? My single of By Mouth Organ and Gas Lamp was #1 hit in Finland 6 weeks running. Musician. I love it. Let's see here. Hank the Fuzz. Greetings, citizen. I am just a nondescript, mild-mannered individual who happened to work at a newspaper prior to the societal collapse. Nowadays, doing my best my best to get by and help where I can. I know where this is going. He's secretly a superhero. Let's give him... Hold on. Let's give him a hand-to-hand combat bonus. Kevin Stanley. Oh, hi. You know, it kind of sucks that we don't have any horses. Unlike cars, they don't need gas or flat roads. And they don't like the undead any more than we do. I was visiting some stables when I saw my first Zed. Just visiting. I mean, I always wanted to own a pony, but those things were expensive. Animal lover. Oh, we can keep talking with them. I was watching a Pharisaian, something, I don't know how to pronounce that, horse canter around the yard when I heard the commotion coming from the farmhouse. I poked my head in and was shocked to see the lady of the house devouring the stable hand. I got to admit, I screamed and ran. I mean, the workers had always been nice to me, but what was I supposed to do to something that could rip your head off and use it as a punch bowl? Coward. Less likely to be injured, but -2 leadership. Totally okay with that. He's not a leader type. Lewis Meyer Northway. I tell you, it's a lot nicer here than it was keeping the school clean for those stuck-up so-and-so's back at St. Michael's. I used to clean toilets there. To be perfectly honest, the kids weren't that bad, but the staff had sticks shoved so far up their collective backsides. St. Michael's dropout. Gotta do that one. When everything started going crazy outside, the faculty started doing much the same. There was talk of this all being the wrath of the heavens, or a divine will, or what have you. It started to sound like some of them actually wanted them to come. It creeped me out something fierce. Let's make him a good cook. Yeah, he'll bonus food production. Nice. Alright, now our naked gunman. Hey there, friend. Are you tired? Hungry? Down on luck? Did you happen to stumble on a cache of someone's antique jewelry left behind as some previous owner ran out for what truly mattered? Their lives? Well then, I have got a deal for you. Food for gold. Yes, here at Food for Gold, we'll give you real foodstuffs in exchange for any of your incredible gold valuables of yesteryear. Friend of Gustav. Rahul Evans. God, he looks badass, I'm not gonna lie. Does this look infectious to you? I know our medics say it's fine, but what real medical training do they have? I spent years researching the different diseases I probably have. I knew every doctor in the city by sight, and that's with all the emergencies in town. I mean, they were always getting paged. Every time they saw me coming, they'd have to turn and run. Half rations, sure. Eats less than other survivors. Oh, last one, Robert Sherman. Have you seen that sorry lot? Have you seen the sorry lot around here? You need to whip them into proper shape. Give them a rousing pep talk. Put a proper fire under them, that does. Always worked for me during my coaching days. Professional? Nah, nothing like that. I was a Little League coach. My pint-sized powerhouses could tear up a baseball diamond like you wouldn't believe. Huh. I feel like Melee makes sense since he was in charge of Little League. Alright. So that's all of them done. So yeah, now I'm gonna go and talk with that guy, set our defenders in place. Our builders are resting. We got more than enough space for if survivors start rolling in. Yeah, alright. Next day. The Luddies directed me to a back field where Owen's Ludd was working, saying, He's out there somewhere, man. Go find him yourself. I did. He was in the cornfield, all worked up and angry, spraying the plants with a pungent criticonal mist. I'm probably saying that wrong. Mist and shouting, "Do you like that, huh? You ugly little aphids? Well, don't mess with Ludd, because there's more where they came from!" Let's talk with Ludd. The Luddies are still waiting for their missing man to return. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, come on. Sorry, I monitor my streams using my PS4, and it just entered sleep mode outside of my command. While I'm fixing that, I'll take a sip of coffee. Come on, wake back up, PlayStation. Some bitch. Man, well, I'm trying to get this started. I started playing Just Cause 4 again recently. God, that game's great. Or is it 5? It's, yeah, not 4, 4. No, it's so fucking ridiculous. The game is like, basically a parody of, like, high-octane, like, Michael Bay-style action films. Yeah. Where you're trying to, like, depose a dictator, or, in this game, it's actually not a dictator, you're, like, trying to depose, like, a organization that has, like, basically purchased a country. And they're, like a League of Assassins situation, like, they're straight up, like, fucking, like, G.I. Joe villains. It's so funny. And, like, you're blowing up all their shit, it's over-the-top explosions and action. Game's so dumb. If I ever get a really good computer, I might get it on PC and stream it. But anyway, we saved him. Lud was glad to see their missing scouts back home again. He apologized for any trouble the guy had caused and gave us materials he promised. Oops. Let's go and talk with the... Oh, we can't talk with them again. Well, let's trade with them, though. We got a horde creeping up on our territory. We gotta keep our eye out for that. Let's start sending our scouts out exploring the edges of their territory. Try and find where the kids are. Actually, I'm gonna set up my trade here, because that will explore a little more on my end as well. We might as well have our builders do the same thing since they're not doing anything else. Oh, there's the kids. Yeah, we'll let them rest again after this scouting run, I suppose. Alright, who's our weakest fighter now? It's this guy with 5. So he'll do that. We'll send this guy here for this. And this guy will go over here for this. Lots of zombies creeping in on our territory. Next. Need anything in particular? Offer trade. A toolbox could be helpful, but kind of done trading, but I'll take it. And let's take the fuel too while we're at it. We've got more than enough food. Ooh, actually. You know what? No toolbox. We'll take your food, fuel. Hearts. Yeah. Now let's actually go and meet with the kids now. And let's get all of our defenders into Town Hall to protect the city from the horde. But we'll pull a couple away to kill some disparate zombies that are at other parts of the walls. Oh, there's none over there. I thought there was some there. Let's let all of our guys rest now. None of these guys hate each other, right? Yeah, they're all friends with each other. Oh, a lot of them actually are friends with me. That's nice. What about on the end of our scavers? Do any of them dislike each other? They hate some of the builders and such, but for the most part, they're all really good friends with each other, which is good. Hey guys, go scavenge here. Get our food supply back up so I have trading fodder. And yeah, I think that's all really good looking. Actually, if we have all these guys logged together, we can sell building supplies as well. I think that'll be a good idea. Oh, apparently we spotted... Yeah, we spotted a survivor at the edge of our territory. The blood territory. We easily hold back the horde. Hmm. Rufus bounded out the school's front door to meet me and slapped me lightly on the arm. "Tag!" he yelled. "You're it!" After half an hour of running around with the boys, they eventually let me stop and catch my breath. What did I come here for again? I love that. The basically lost boys formed a settlement. Rufus has an urge for destruction. He keeps talking about the many uses of explosives and all of the problems that he could solve with little TNT. If we could supply St. Michael's with a couple bombs, I think he... No, let's not. Let's not give the children bombs. Rufus was clearly frustrated by refusal to help them. I tried to explain that we would if we had the resources, but he didn't seem to believe me. I suppose we can come back next week and hope he feels like talking to us again. I met with Rufus, leader of St. Michael's School for Boys. If you ask me, he's an arrogant little punk. But I guess I was 15 once too. I mentioned the stuff Lutz had said about the kid's dad, Dr. Agabayani. Rufus admitted his dad was a CDC researcher and said they used to live in the suburbs here, but swore Abayagaglabe was a good guy and would never have helped to create a horrible disease. He also said he knew his dad was dead, but he wouldn't say why. He told me to drop the subject and stop worrying about a cure. There ain't no cure, old woman. Just a lot of false hope. I'm sorry about your dad, Rufus. I tried to say I was sorry, but Rufus refused to answer me and left. I saw him later, with his eyes all red. He'd been crying. Poor kid. Let's do a little bit of trading with them. Alright, all of you rest, but... Hang on, is there any other areas in danger? There are not. Okay. How much food are we producing per day? 6.5 per day. Woof. Also, we found a whip. Who wants a whip? He's better without it. Oh, hang on. One unarmed, he gets 2 defense, so he needs a weapon that's stronger than 2. If we're gonna give him anything. Let's just leave him without anything for now. All of our guys are actually armed, though. Yeah. Is there anything higher than a 3 or higher than a 2 we can give him? Let's give him the assault rifle. And give our old assault rifle toting buddy the whip. That will maximize our defensive capabilities. Alright. So yet now I'm setting off doing my thing. I think things are starting to look really good here. Let's... Ooh. Yeah, we've got lots of material that we can trade with. Ask if we need anything. We're nearly out of medicine, offered one of the caravan workers. We had a whole shipment coming from another town, yet... I wonder if that's the truck we saw crash. Oh my god, backpacks for all of our scavengers would be fucking great. And a saw for one of our builders. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. We don't need the building material right now, so here you go. And have a little bit of food too. Alright. Now, let's go and trade with Gustav a little. Just see what he's got. You go defend here. Ugh, all of our defenders are getting so fucking strong. Yes! No. Oh wait, that's right, I gotta pull them out down here. I'm dumb. Alright, so they're all defending those areas. Our scouts are still scavenging. Let's give our scouts all this fucking nice new shit. Backpack for you. Backpack for you. Backpack for you. And let's give one of our builders a saw. What a glorious day. Shopping spree. The mall the mall. Undead lining up on the escalators, patiently waiting for them to move again. The window shops leaning their forehead, they window shop, leaning their foreheads against the glass, mourning with desire at the goods within. It's a fine line between pathetic and hilarious. We finished work early due to our fantastic skills scavenging everything from the observable shops, sporting goods, bakeries, etc. Since we have time, we checked out some of the smaller shops. Pet store! The pet stores are a sad place now. Animals dead in their cages, starved, dehydrated. All the rats, hamsters, gerbils, and guinea pigs were missing from their cages. Also, a section labeled primates was completely bare. Weird. Whoever took the animals scattered pieces of paper everywhere or dropped them accidentally. Looks like research by an anthropologist named Dr. Van Newton. Something about Haitian ceremonies, voodoo rats and monkeys, who knows? That's interesting. Alright. Everybody wants medicine. We'll take this, and we got more guards than can wield weapons, so we'll give him one of our shittier defense things. We'll give him the whip. And we'll give him some food as well. Oh god. I guess we'll give you a little bit of medicine to top off the trade. We'll even give you a good deal with it. Alright, who did we take the whip off of? You lost your whip, but congratulations, you got a fucking submachine gun, buddy. Alright. Let's go and talk with the Luddites. We're getting a good idea of the full scale of the city, too, which is nice. Alright, have some more defenders do their defending thing. And next day. Oop. I got to practice my art skills making a big graffiti mural around the city that point the way to our fort. On some of the text is so stylized you can't really read it. But what's important is it looks awesome. The great thing about using signs to attract survivors is that zombies can't read, so we don't have to worry about attracting them too. It's just hope that the living who see those signs all have good intentions. Alright, let's see what they want. We were preparing for the apocalypse long before it happened, you know, said Lud. We had nearly 20 acres of farm, all self-sufficient, and 5 years' supply of preservatives in our cellar. Such a shame those raiders made off with most of it the first year. He'd like to see us build enough farms to survive like they do. Oh, so he wants to build 20, but 10 is more than serviceable for our group, buddy. Lud was skeptical. You aren't using GM Frankenstein foods, are you? Pesticides? Then how do you grow so much in so little space? Genetically modified foods and pesticides are very good things. Some pesticides, awful. Genetically modifying food, not a bad thing. I told him the numbers don't lie. Our fields are just more productive than theirs. He was impressed. "Try some of this," he said, and sent me home with a heaping wheelbarrow full of foul-smelling dirt. "Best all-natural fertilizer you can get. From me to you." I ran into Luddy's today, and Owen's Lud was in full-on lecture mode. Today's topic: how TV and internet nearly destroyed our children. I made some dumb jokes like, "Thank God for the zombies, eh?" which got his attention. He knew he'd talked to that kid Rufus from St. Michael's and wanted to know what we learned. "You don't believe him, do you? I bet his dad's home office is full of documents that could prove prove what really happened. Maybe even tell us how to find a cure." Lud's got a point. He wants to come with us to investigate Rufus's old house in the suburbs. Should we go? Yeah, let's go take a look. Great, except we don't know where Rufus's old house is. Only that is somewhere in New Wadblepepe. We'll have to convince the kid to tell us how to find it. Alright, let's go and talk with the kids. They seem to be doing pretty good for themselves. Nowhere near as much land as the Ludds, but yeah, that's pretty nice looking. Let's get rid of all that. Alright. Weakest defenders go out first. Alright, well, let's send our scavengers out, scavenging more. And, oh, we gotta tell this guy to research a new thing. So that thing I research is periodically now, I'll get new people coming in. Let's research watchtowers, because those we can start making use of. I found Rufus sitting in one of the classrooms, flipping cards into a hat with remarkable accuracy. He bounded over and gave me a great big welcoming hug. I put a hand out and demanded Rufus give back the notebook that had somehow jumped from my pockets into his. His grin just made me wonder what else he stole and that I haven't noticed. Rufus was in a philosophical mood. We walked around the grounds and discussed why rebuilding New Wentachi, or discussed why we're rebuilding it, and the point of all it was. It seemed we have different opinions. Our priority is keeping people safe, whereas St. Michael's is repopulating the world. He implied that we should change ours, but this is a pretty big deal. It might upset people to make such a fundamental policy change because some other faction asked us to. You've got a good policy, but right now, keeping people safe is the priority, buddy. I think Rufus is giving me the silent treatment, like some kind of child. When I said we couldn't do it, he just shrugged and went back to what he was doing. I said something like, "So, see you next week," but he acted like I wasn't even there. Lud and I met Rufus from St. Michael's today. Asked if he could take us to his dad's old zombieism research. The look that the kid gave me, well, I guess the answer was no, or go kiss a zombie and die. I'll give him 20 food. Rufus's eye lit up at the mention of food. Come to think of it, the boys of St. Michael's are looking more sunken-eyed and skinny than usual. We traded them 20 rations, and Rufus agreed to take us. He gave directions to the house in the suburbs, and said we could leave any time. Alright, let's go do that mission. Meanwhile, our defenders will keep on defending. I say we're doing really good, honestly. Oh, we found a cat scavenging! We're gonna have to go and take a look at that cat in a moment. Alright, where should we scavenge next? Is there anywhere? Yeah, up here still has supply crates. Cat. 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 Yes! It gives +1 to all stats. It's mine. It's my cat. I get the cat. Here, Billiam, you can have my old flare gun. Excuse me. I like to think every now and again he'll just take pot shots at the bar if he sees zombies in the suburb. Alright. Ooh! This scavenger named Chris Norterklebehe arrived at the gates and asked to join us today. He says he'd been admiring our murals around town for a couple of days and figured it must be pretty good organized, pretty organized to advertise like that. We'll accept him. Welcome to the team, Chris. Join the other scavers, and let's see what his story is. Alright. The Squire. What did I... the Squire? What did I do before all this? I was a healthcare worker. Spent time with people who had serious disabilities. Physical or mental issues that kept them stuck in bed or in a wheelchair or the like. I weren't no pure white angel, bathed in their sores or nothing. I just drove them places. Took them on walks to the park, that sort of thing. Weren't glamorous or nothing. Put a smile on a face or two, and made me enough to get by. First aid training. Alright, welcome to the scav team. So, I don't think we've seen anywhere else with resources we can scavenge, so let's scatter the... Oh, let's not scatter them around over there. There's fucking a horde on the way. Let's have them all scout out areas around here for supplies. Meanwhile, some of our defenders will do their job. Found a cowboy hat. Would Billiam want the cowboy hat? Was it worth giving to him? Ah, the flare gun's better. The cowboy hat will just be put up for sale eventually. Alright. Next turn. You defend there. We'll attack all these people on each... Oh! People to recruit. No supplies to scavenge, though. Start scouting out over here. And our defenders, meanwhile, will do the defending thingy. Killing zombies and such. Oh, wait, no. Alright. So... yeah. Next turn. Killing zombies cancelled due to the presence of mob. Let's get all of our defenders up to protect against that mob. But we'll send a few of them away to kill zombies in other areas. There we go. Now we've got stuff for our scavengers to get. They'll scavenge there for now, and soon we'll head out to trade. Coffee. We've got lots of traders at our gates, but sadly, I'm away and I like to handle all the trading myself. Also, hold on. Sorry, adjusting my spit guard. Or my pop filter, that's what it's called, a pop filter. I don't want to scavenge areas with food because we can't carry the food, so... No. Scout. No, scout, not scavenge. Alright. We can now upgrade our buildings with basic watchtowers. These simple structures will give our guards better view of the surrounding blocks, and our snipers a good place to shoot from. Owen Ludd and I followed Rufus to his old house in the suburbs. The two of them argued the whole way, Ludd accusing Rufus of being helpless without the internet, to tell him how to do everything, and Rufus called Ludd a patatually reeking old technophobe. They finally shut up when we got there. Rufus said he hasn't been back to this house in 2 years. But the front door was ajar, and there was a scuffling noise coming inside. Who should enter first? I'll go. I took out my one weapon, wondered again how the heck I'd been talked into this mission. Then I pushed the door open. Inside, a terrified dog sped around the room twice, hesitated as it saw we were blocking the exit, then zipped out through our legs. We breathed a sigh of relief. No zombie. The house was starting to go a little mildewy, but Dr. Abigail Agiagabagis, I can't say that, office was fine. We found a laptop with the CDC logo, but that was about it. On our way out, I noticed Rufus staring out the window at the corner of the backyard. Everything okay? I didn't expect Rufus to say much, but he blurted out, "I buried him out there." His dad had hung himself in the living room, probably thinking Rufus dead. All his suicide note said was, "I'm sorry, Rufus." Or all his suicide note said was, "I'm sorry." Rufus said this was the story of his life. His mom died when he was young, and his dad left him at a boarding school while he flew around the world, working on projects he couldn't talk about. He always had that laptop with him, Rufus told me. He probably loved that thing more than me. Let's get it powered at the workshop and see what's on it. That's sad. Alright, let's have our builders start building towers. Alright. A small earthquake gave New Wantachi a shake yesterday. We're all okay, but the police station over in the Luddy's fort was badly damaged. They're asking for help with putting the thing back together. Seems most of their people are too busy fending off Zed. I'm guessing their walls didn't fare that well either. We'll send a builder. The structure was rebuilt so quickly that it was like one of those Amish barn raisings, assuming they used power tools. The building may have been in better shape, may even be in better shape than it was before. Needless to say, the Ludds are very grateful for our help. Megaphone, we'll probably just sell that. Alright guys, start scouting out more areas. You know what? Let's start sending our bartender guy out to look around. Or to recruit people, I mean. Since I'm gonna be so busy for a while. Alright. Next day. Oh, okay. Oh, what's up, Simon? Hey you, yeah you, see any colanders around? Or pots? They work too, but I find colanders more comfortable. Eccentric. Scavenge this area. Alright, weakest fight first. Oh, is he not researching? Let's get him researching. Shit, zombie vitals. Alright, everyone's doing their part as much as they can be. We came to the farm a week too late. They'd been 6 in their group originally, but 3 were killed while hunting in the ravine nearby. Now it was just Ivan, Adelaide, and a child whose parents had died in the ravine. They were packing their stuff, getting ready to join the Luddies. Seems we're too late in more ways than one. They asked why our fort would be better. Fuck the Luddies, they're fucking assholes. Luddies doesn't care about his people, we told them. He's just a glorified dictator, mad with power, and their military is such a joke. They care more about looting and raiding than keeping anyone... Well, that's lying. I mean, in reality, they're a bunch of technophobe lunatics, conspiracy theorists that got together and formed a society in the post-apocalypse. Anyway, we got them aboard, and we found a motorcycle. Dope. Let's give it to one of our scavengers. Actually, maybe we should give it to one of our fighters, since it gives more defense. Here you go, buddy. Your mighty steed. Go and recruit these ones now. And you don't even need a defender with you. Alright, all you go and scavenge this area now. Ooh! You... Well, for now, since I'm busy there, go and help him with his research. Alright, we got one of our towers built. So let's build another one. Sorry, new guy, you're the weakest, so... You actually gotta do the defense. Ugh, I don't like that he's taking a kid with him for it, though. Actually, until that kid grows up, let's not have him go out and do fighting. Let's have him chill out and just rest and raise the kid. Alright, yeah. Next day. Everyone knows you have to shoot them in the head. But why? We have a theory. Their hearts have stopped, but we think the electric parts are still working. Synapses in the brain continue to fire and send commands via nervous system. If this is true, then the head could be paralyzed if you cut the spinal cord, and they might be susceptible to attacks like nerve gas. We still don't know how their muscles work with no blood circulation, but we'll have our soldiers test the nervous system theory and see if it works. And now, let's research zombie avoidance. And... yeah, I want you resting because you got a kid. Any other areas where they formed? Yep, up there. And let's send all of our scavengers here. Found a pitchfork, so let's give that to one of our people. And build more watchtowers. Yeah, I thought it would help with that. Bonus with farming, add a slight scavenging bonus. Okay. Another day. Following signs of human habitation, I knocked on the door at the church. The man who answered the door spoke softly. He said his name was James, and he'd been hoping somebody would come before it was too late for his friend. His friend indeed was quite worse for wear, too feeble to even raise his head. We'll take them both. Alright. So, we got our new guys. The sick one, and another scaver. Alright. We've scavved where I want to scav right now, so let's scout out some areas. Actually, I just realized there's these two here. Let's just stick with scouting the areas closer right now. Alright, now let's send our guy out to recruit over here. Take with you one of our best fighters to keep you safe. 2 of our best fighters. Yeah, and everybody else is going to handle shit out here. Ooh, hold on. We can have one of our guys rest at least. Alright, next day. The Banshee. Where is this happening at? Right there. One of the Zeds seemed to have discovered it can scream after death, and now it's sitting somewhere outside the fort, singing us the song of its people. I hope someone kills that thing soon, because it's driving a lot of us around the bend. Happiness is plummeting like a stone. Alright, go handle the Banshee. Yeah, and you guys can actually rest. Let's get all of our scavengers together and send them as a party. Start looting the areas. You finished your tower? Good, good, good. Build another one here. Alright. Oop, one more defender. So let's actually let this guy rest a little. Next day. It was easy to find a survivor living at the suburbs. They'd covered the roof in flags made from colorful t-shirts. We knocked and were greeted by a smiling couple. We'll just get our stuff, they said, like they'd been expecting us. And oh yeah, you have room for 3 children, right? Of course, we love kids. 3 kids. I did the math. That's another ration and a half to feed them every day. Plus 2 more for the parents. We'll have to assign someone to watch their third child, so these 2 can get some work done. I think they can manage. Welcome aboard, Lucy and Purity Phoenix, and little Ben, Alfie, and Alex. Alright. Let's have the new people farm together. Is it this guy? Yeah. You know what? You join in with them, and let's get one of our... Who is it? Chris. Okay. Let's get Chris helping them, since he's got a pitchfork. Oh, but he'd have to take the kid. Hang on. Yeah, take the kid, I suppose. And we'll give the pitchfork to one of the other scavers. And actually, let's give one of them the flashlight. Oh shit, that's right, that would replace the backpacks. Hang on. 3 scavenging, 1 scavenging. Actually, we can have one of our soldiers break out. Have some time off. Yeah, he can look after the kid. There we go. Alright, and now let's send all of our fighters resting for a moment. Have these guys scavenge. We haven't seen any other people anywhere, right? Yeah, nah. So our leader can go back to working the bar. Alright. We got a lot of people working some farms, so we don't actually need to expand yet. Less danger from mission distance from finishing our research. Though, We don't need this, but... Oh, actually, we don't have the supply... Wait, what do you mean? Oh, there's zombies there. Yeah, he'll kill the zombies and then reclaim that. In the meantime, you go over to... here... and build... another tower. Okay. You know, looks like this mission's gonna take a while. We've been going for a good bit of time. Let's give the fire axe to one of our guys. How much damage would that do? 2 defense, 2 scavenging. Let's give it to one of our scavers then. We're gonna actually call it there for the night. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. And I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna quickly say too, if you want to have influence on what's happening on the channel, there's a number of ways you can do it on what I'm streaming and what's going on YouTube. Down below the stream, there's a little ask box where you can put suggestions, ideas, games you want me to play, improvements you think I can make to my streams, etc. Throw things there, that can influence me. Another way is check out my YouTube channel. A lot of my decisions on what I play is based on what my most liked videos are over there. So watch videos, like them, and comment. I've read every single comment I've gotten so far and responded to them all. Commenting is a really good way to speak directly to me. Another good way to speak directly to me is my Tumblr. Head to my Tumblr, send me messages, say what you want me to play, if you want more art streams, etc, etc. All of it is Ollyric. The same, the Twitch is the same, the YouTube's the same, the Tumblr's the same, it's all Ollyric. And I hope to hear more from all of you. I hope you all have been enjoying this new series that I've started up, and have a nice night.